Good morning, guys. I got a standard match against someone by the name of vDelta. We kind of just said, just bring whatever the hell you want kind of thing, as long as it's up there. And it, pretty much seemed to work out. Gastro, I believe, was still RU at the time. He was still OU, and, just things and things. It really doesn't matter. I'm just kind of rambling because I forgot to take out a decent amount of time from that beginning section. But he's going to go ahead and lead off with Darmanitan. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Gliscor because I just want to get the Toxic Orb going. I'm not really feeling too threatened by anything else. If he wants to lead with Tangrowth for whatever reason, I can just go ahead and protect on that. Get my Toxic Orb going, just protect on the first turn will work out for me since I won't be losing too much momentum in the first turn. So, he decides to go, I think he just manually switched out right there, decided to go to Gastrodon. I figure going into Gengar would be a decent play here since nothing outside of the Scald would be doing too much. Since if he wanted a Toxic and, predict a switch, me being scared of the Ice Beam or whatever, or, I could have taken an Ice Beam as well. If he wanted to go for the Earth Power as well, I would have been immune to that. That was just a nice, decent play to be doing, but we actually tried recreating this match from a disconnection. I did not get that burn last time, and I did not end up, taking that much from it. I think it did a little bit less as well. Kind of comes into play here since this Metagross actually does kill me off with a Bullet Punch. I would have taken it out otherwise with a Hidden Power Fire, and that will come back to haunt me. So, such is the case that happens when you try to recreate DCs. I get the lower end of that. Right there, I really desperately wanted to predict the switch out, but I was like, maybe he's seen me use this Houndoom, or maybe he for some reason might expect the Pursuit, so I didn't go for that. Just went for the Fire Blast instead. It was kind of safe. And this Houndoom actually turns out to be a key player. I'll point out when and why, but it does have the Hidden Power Grass, so I'm like, alright, this is going to OHKO this Gastrodon. But I should have noticed from the amount of damage that the Fire Blast did that it wouldn't, that it tends to be a little bit more defensive. But thankfully, he only goes for the Toxic as opposed to, something else. So right here, it kind of makes, I guess, a little bit of a dangerous play. Now I expect him to switch out because, he would otherwise lose his Gastrodon to a Hidden Power Grass. Unfortunately, does not take him out. He's going to go ahead and get to recover all the way back on him. And I'm like, okay, now I need to hit it with a Hidden Power Grass. And, I just need to take it out. Otherwise, he can, Toxic Stall me out. So now I make the horrible, awful play, and I just go for the Hidden Power Grass instead of the Pursuit. And he does predict me correctly right here. So I guess my prediction pants were in the wash or something, because I played like ass in this portion of the game. I'm like, what am I doing? I was so upset at myself. But thankfully, it doesn't look like he's got lefties, but if he does have multi-scale, I did happen to break that. And he's going to go ahead and take me out with an E-Speed right here, which is really unfortunate, because had I known how important this Houndoom would have been later, then I would have taken much better care of it. But I go into my Lucario since I'm suspecting he might be a banded one since I didn't see any lefties or Life Orb or anything like that. So he could also be scared of the Ice Punch, which some Lucarios tend to carry, if not all of them. I don't really know what the standard set is for Lucario. This is kind of just a 4th gen set I put in 5th. Because Ice Punch is good for Gliscor, so it hasn't really, failed me yet. I've been missing out in some situations by not having Crunch, but it seems to work out. So, I go for the Swords Dance on the switches. He goes into Tangrowth. I am, kind of just thinking that I'm just going to stay in here and burn off Sleep Turn, since he's going to take 1 turn to switch out. I do have Extreme Speed, to try to preemptively burn one off, and in comes Darmanitan. I'm like, okay, fuck. Well, if I can go for an Extreme Speed here, get some decent damage off. Unfortunately, I still stay asleep, but he makes an over prediction and goes for the U-turn as well. I don't take too much from it thanks to my resistances. I don't know if that's a ×2 or a ×4, but I take it all right. So, unfortunately, that still doesn't really tell me what kind of item he is since I try to burn that off preemptively. But he U-turns out in a Dragonite right as I wake up and go for the Ice Punch. So that is 1 dead D-Knight. I am happy to have that thing out of the way, since if it's banded, that thing will hurt really bad. But its multi-scale is broken, so it's not really too big of a threat anyway, since I still have Jirachi. Right now, I decided to go for the E-Speed since I don't know what kind of Darmanitan it is. I'm definitely suspecting that it's Scarf, though. And Extreme Speed does, a lot, and it doesn't quite take it out. I'm like, son of a bitch, I hate it when attacks come that close, but they don't take it out. I'm like, if you left me with, a healthier chunk of red, or, yellow, God forbid, I would have been okay with that, but don't tease me like that, girl. I don't like that. So, now that he's locked into Superpower, or at least I'm suspecting he is, he's at the -1 attack and defense anyway, so now's a good time to go into Gliscor. Gliscor, I keep saying Gliscor, I know it's Gliscor, why do I fucking do that? Oh my god. So, Tangrowth comes in. I'm like, I'm just going to go for an Ice Fang, see how much damage it does. That is a disappointingly low amount. I mean, I know it's super effective and everything, but Tangrowth is really defensive. I guess I'm kind of overestimating how much attack I have in this thing, which is none at all, if I remember correctly. He does have the Hidden Power Ice, hits me for a really, really good amount. Now, what I kind of wanted to do here is protect to generate some more health, but it kind of would have been in vain, seeing as how we would have gotten more lefties and such from it. He just ends up going for the Giga Drain. If he went for the Sleep Powder predicting a switch, that would have been fantastic. I would have been able to take it out right there. But now I'm at the mercy of, you know, taking him out and then him being able to revenge kill me with one of the other 3 things that he has left on his team, which I think are Darmanitan, Espeon, and Metagross. I'm only remembering Darmanitan and Metagross at this point, which is why I'm still feeling somewhat backed into a corner, since all I have are this and Jirachi, if I'm not mistaken, at this point. So, match is kind of coming to a close. I don't know what Darmanitan wants to do, but my mistake was going into Jirachi to let it take this hit. I definitely should not have done that, but the thing is it really doesn't end up mattering too much since he does get switch initiative, so had I left that in, he would have gone into Espeon. Actually, what the hell? He still has Gastro left? I guess I'm forgetting about this part. So he still has a lot left, and I'm just kind of up shit creek with no paddle. I decided to go for the U-turn, and I'm like, you know what, we'll just get some damage on him. If he wants to recover, you know, so be it. I still have a ×4 super effective move against it. I forgot that Gastro was still alive, so lack of predicting correctly with Houndoom has left 2 Pokemon alive in the form of, you know, actually I don't think Metagross cost me that much. Gastro was where, you know, I misplayed that. And he gets a free, so I'm like, holy crap, if this ends up costing me the game, I'm going to be real upset right now. Thankfully, I'm able to thaw first turn, which is, you know, really weird given my past history with Ice Beam. But I decided to just, you know, Giga Drain, get a lot of that health back, and that's good, that's good. So now I think he has, 3 things left. So my mistake here is switching out and letting Jirachi die instead of Virizion. Because had I done that, he has an Espeon and a Metagross left. I was under the impression that I could have handled Metagross at the range of health that it was at with a Focus Blast, but I did not write down his team and I did not know he still had an Espeon left. So I was like, alright, Darmanitan's gonna die from Recoil since Lucario failed to kill it off, so I'm just like, what do I do from here? So I sent in my Virizion and he's just had this whole thing on lockdown the entire time. The thing is that I probably couldn't have pulled this match out of my ass at this point, because I don't know if a Fire Punch would have killed off his Metagross from that range, and I would have still needed to, you know, take a couple hits from Espeon as well. So kind of an uphill struggle at that point, but if I still had Houndoom, the point I'm trying to make is I could have come in on Darmanitan, and then, you know, I could have forced a switch, could have gone for the Pursuit, and, you know, done things like that. Fire Blasted Metagross, Sucker Punch Espeon. Houndoom really was perfect for that endgame scenario, but I did not have it, and that's really what bit me in the ass. That I had a Pokemon that could have easily put a really good portion of his team in check, and I just kind of wasted it. So a little bit of a facepalm moment, but we can pick up something from this, and that is, you know, write down your opponent's team if you get the opportunity, and assess what you have properly and realize what is important to you, since not having Houndoom is a bitch. But that'll do it for me for Tuesday's upload. I thought it was pretty interesting, you know, despite all that. It's a good game and all that. If you guys enjoyed it, you're welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. I think I'm going to give TCGO another shot today, record some of that stuff. I also got to make a new PMP/Project Mosh Pit upload as well. Thinking about streaming on Thursday, not 100% on this, but it's still definitely a consideration of mine. So just keep your sub boxes peeled, and you know, I could also get the impulse to just stream whatever, but you know, Thursday and Sunday are kind of my new norms that I'm kind of leaning on. So that'll do it out of me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.